Welcome, everybody, to the MadCast Tuesday Night In-Houses. It is March 8th. We have three teams playing tonight. Two teams that you see up there, and there'll be a third one for a round robin here. I'll be hosting tonight with MadCast Stan. Welcome, Stan.
Hello, and thank you for welcoming me.
All right, so teams have been picked. We're going to get some bands, and we're going to jump right into... draft mode. So, things that there hasn't really been much of a change thus far in HotS that I've seen so far. We've seen Zool come out. Zool has been labeled OP. Zool has been labeled the perfect place for a melee specialist. I think people are finally learning some counters.
Yeah, I've been seeing that Rexar is actually a pretty good counter to him, as well as actually just pretty much Rexar. It's so hard to get away from him because the short cooldown on his E, his bone prison, and yeah, he's just been a pain in the ass the whole time anyway.
All right, so a couple specialist banned. We see Zool banned out as well as Zagara. So we'll kick off draft mode here. In other news, we did get the official news that our first Overwatch hero is going to be hitting the Nexus mid-April. Tracer will be our first hero coming in. We saw that either leaked or intentionally posted. I don't know if it was on the Battle.net forums, if it came from one of the sponsored websites, but almost certainly going to be an assassin.
And yeah, based on what I read, it was from Game Informer. They're about to release a new digital issue, so that's what that's from. I've heard some rumors that she's the next hero. I don't think she's going to be the next hero. That's a long wait time between Zool and her. Generally, they try to make it every 3 to 4 weeks, so I expect another hero or two in the meantime. But from what I've read, it really looks awesome. She looks like her gameplay is going to be very fun, especially since her ultimate is accessible at level 1, and at level 10 you upgrade her ultimate to do either insane burst damage on a single target or splash damage on multiple targets, kind of like a AoE ability. So I'm excited to see how she plays.
Yep, they're saying she's going to either be sustained poke, burst, glass cannon, or CC capable. So on top of that, they did confirm that they're going to be shipping the Tychus and Gazlo reworks with their next big patch. I know the very first thing a lot of people saw when they saw that, when they knew that Tracer could shoot while on the move, was that, well, that's Tychus's MO. That's his thing. Well, Tychus is getting his rework. That's going to be coming with their next big patch. No date on that. Gazlo hopefully not be seeing the very bottom of the barrel anymore either. So
yeah, and we can expect that patch with probably the next hero or the hero after. I don't think it'll be with Tracer. I think it'll be before Tracer, just so that they have some sort of like reference to like, here's the new Tychus, here's the old Tychus, and get people hyped about that instead of having them just hyped about Tracer. Because you don't want to release something like a rework without tons of information about a new hero coming out there and everybody neglecting all that work you've put into the reworks. About the draft, though, looks like we have Zerum on Anubarak. Last time we saw Zerum play Anubarak, he did fairly well. Purist on Vol. It looks like a very basic team build for blue team, Sandra's team. Jacinth with the Tyrael is terrifying. Eventually people will start banning that from him, just because other than Angelix's Sergeant Hammer, Jacinth's Tyrael is terrifying. Just that's it. That's all I could say. Double burst mages on red team, followed by Sylvanas. It looks like they're gonna try and blow up a single target. Probably try to blow up whoever blue team has for their healer, but
If it's
we'll
just gonna be,
see.
I'm thinking, and I don't even know. Who do you
Yeah, I'm
pick
not
for
a
this?
fan of the double burst mage followed by a Sylvanas.
Do you Lily? What do you pick here?
Honestly, with this draft that they have tons of sustained damage and a little bit of burst damage as well as a lot of CC. I would pick I'd probably pick Rhaegar.
Yeah.
He's got the roaming skills. He's got the
I will fight
yep,
to my
Rhaegar
last
is.
breath.
But man, blue team is so dive heavy. This should be fairly one-sided, I think, in blue team's favor. They're just gonna dive in past the Murd and blow up KT or Medic instantly, and I feel like that's gonna be the way this game goes.
Well, they have 3 versions of CC. So maybe, I don't know, with grenade, with stun, and with time lapse or whatever the
Gravity lapse.
Gravity lapse. We'll see. I agree that they totally have the ability to, especially considering both Tyrael and Anubarak can completely negate all of those.
Yes, Judgment and Burrow will both be pretty damaging. I really feel like Murden is just gonna jump in, but his backline is gonna be under such stress by the time he gets into blue team's backline that blue team will just blow him up and then continue blowing up the rest of red team. But we'll see. Also, blue team. This is a very brawly map. You're not sticking together as a team as much, especially early game. You're constantly separated and 1v1ing or 2v2ing. So I feel like red team really has that in their favor, where they have shields on Anubarak, shields on Tyrael, instead of relying on just the Rhaegar heals. Um, Red team really doesn't have any sustain other than the Morales and the Muradin passive, the second wind.
Yeah, so Stimpack is going to go out on somebody. I don't know. Mirrodin?
This may not be a Stimpack game. This may actually be a.
I think it's going to med drop.
It would be a pretty good map
Yeah.
for med drop. They could just
Yeah,
five stack-
especially the shrines.
Yeah.
They could 4 and 1.
Yep.
That's totally true.
If not, Sylvanas wouldn't be a terrible person to put it on. Neither would the Muradin, but I feel like
10 seconds.
Medevac would be the much stronger ultimate on this map for them.
5.
Yeah, there's not
3.
much mobility that. Yeah,
1.
I would agree. This could be a really good one for it.
Battle begin.
We shall see. They are off to the races here. So 3. This is exactly the matchup they were all hoping for. So 3v3, mid, 1 top, 1 bot. No shenanigans going on here. Eternity maybe miscalculating the length of his hammer.
Well,
Just
I think
working
he
out the
was trying to
kinks.
see if he could just get a catch with it, but oh, he dwarf tosses in. Nothing really fancy going on here. Just some honest trading that's gonna go nowhere.
It's some big early damage there going out there on Medic though. So
Yeah, but Sanjo paid for it. He's less than half health already, and I mean his mana pool is much more dire than Medic's is.
oh shit, Sylvanas! Barely gets out of there alive. Good job, Sleipner, having the awareness. Meanwhile, they're going to try and do the opposite here to Anubarak. Not going to be of any use.
And the dragon's power is yours.
I thought he did a pretty good job. Really pissed him off too.
Interesting talent pickup, level 1 for Sanjo, getting the totem size increases the size of this slow radius by 50% rather than getting the shield. I know that the shields were recently nerfed, but I mean even then there's still utility that you didn't have before, especially for wave clear.
For sure. Blue team takes out, looks like Sleipnir down here on bottom on Sylvanas, 2v1.
It looks like Anubrak is going the probably more tankier build, and Tyrael is going a brawl build. Bala going with Q build. Everybody else going with what they should be doing anyway. What is generally taken.
Yeah, so both teams are doing a good job maintaining their lanes, choosing not to try and spread or pick, and just making sure that they have enough people in lanes soaking. Really the only XP difference here thus far has been the kill, the first blood. Sylvanas trying to do something against... Okay. I was actually curious if that... what's it called? Whatever, stun.
Protokos gets wrecked mid lane. I guess the totem radius really just messes with the KT, especially when the Rhaegar comes in behind, like he's about to do here.
Could have been exactly what you're talking about. Oh, his turn to go down. No, my goodness!
He lives. That lucky dog.
Lucky little reindeer. Alright, so meanwhile, they didn't see him, so he's just gonna cap.
You know what he makes me? He reminds me of the dog from the Grinch Who Stole Christmas.
That's the whole point.
When the Grinch dresses him up.
I always thought that's what they intentionally did.
I don't know if it was intentional or not, but oh, Eternity, staying too long, dwarf tossing in. It's always a bad idea, especially when there's only one escape route. You're just bound to die at that point.
Alright, so Pret on guard duty.
Unfortunately, he's going to die for that, I think. Oh, no. Oh, maybe.
Yeah, but he's going to have to give it up. That was a really great play. Jaina choosing to not engage right away, but just actually make the space and put them between him so that he had to choose between giving it up or taking massive damage. So, very well done not letting KT poke. Meanwhile, Red has their sieges pushing bottom. Jasant here looking for something to be pushing here.
I think Sleipnir is just staying bottom, trying to catch his team up in experience. They're so far behind right now. But he may die to Justine for it. Nope. Justine chooses not to pursue. Instead clears the lane.
So meanwhile, Dragon is just about up. I'm going to send him packing bottom.
Early level Dragon, I mean that's just pretty much the best you can expect from that. Nothing too fancy. Just clearing out gates and towers.
Yep. Pierce getting what shots he can get in. He's pretty low on mana. He sees he has the medic now. There's no point in him hanging out in that fight. A little skirmish here happening on bottom. Red trying to just clear their wall. Long time getting a little wasteful with some of the skills there. Gotta tone that shit down. Alright, blue caps their siege. Li Ming! Oh my!
Oh, and this might be it for Sleipnir with the offensive E. Great body
fucked!
Sancho.
Yeah, that was fantastic play.
Sleipnir breaking the cardinal rule and using his E offensively. Do that.
Yeah, you gotta have a team with you and some absolute trust to pull off that E. Alright, so Blue with the early commanding lead, already has their ultimates, has not had a need to use any of them yet. Mule gets dropped here.
In a bad place,
Really
too.
bad.
Unleash the dragon's wrath.
Oh man, it's kind of a waste since that's down for another minute. Surprisingly, Blue, if I were them, I would have gone ahead and capped my knights right about now, or bottom knights. Instead, they're just kind of sitting in lane. They are level 10, and they haven't really taken any structural advantages out of anything yet.
Oh, Jaina's going to take a little bit of a combo there by KT.
Free the dragon knight.
And all the while, Jacinth is just having it his way bottom. Oh, he says, "Hi, you're Li Ming, one of the highest win rate heroes in the game. I give no fucks. Let me just wreck you all day."
Nothing wrong with a little bit of Asian, little bit of Asian ass, if you ask me. But
Yeah, I don't know whether to comment or just leave it alone. I think I'll just leave it alone. I'll let you hang there on your own with that.
all right, so Red actually doing a pretty good job here, catching up. Obviously, they have their ultimates; they're able to take that wall along with the kill.
Hero slain.
However, they
Unfortunately,
end up losing their
Lieutenant
medic.
Morales dies top to the combination of Purist and Sanjo. It's just mayhem all over the map right now. We should be seeing a rotation, especially from Jaina to bottom lane. She'd be the best person to try and deal with the Sylvanas.
Li Ming kill does happen, which is going to allow blue team to go ahead and... Pierce is going to go back, looks like probably for mana. Rhaegar's going to just get his soak top.
And it looks like blue team may be able to have an opportunity to catch here if Jaina gets set up.
Pre-fire. Can't pre-fire. There you go. So they might get a kill with this. They do get the kill, and they get the Dragon Knight. What a play there. It might cost them, and it will, yep.
And they may get a kill top 2 as well. Keep an eye on that.
Hero slain.
And they do
Later,
get the kill
med
top on
nerd.
Sanjo may die for this. Both of them! Wow,
Wow.
Great laser from Master Wonton. Who'd have thunk it?
They're going to have to be quick to rotate here. I don't know why they're sitting here clearing minions when they got a dragon down bot. Sylvanas is not going to be able to handle this on their own.
Well, they do have KT coming bot, and we should be able to help out with that. Unfortunately, his Phoenix is down for another 15 seconds, so I guess maybe they're just...
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
I don't know. They just kind of let that go.
I mean, it's only got 12 seconds left, but that's
enough time to get one of the towers bottom. I feel like this rotation is a bad idea. The towers, the keep
They don't
towers
slow.
and the keep wall are actually worth more experience than a fort is, by the way. So if you have an opportunity to take that keep wall and towers, those are worth more than that middle fort.
So Red being forced to answer because Blue's being uncontested. So they're going to get a fort and going to get some damage here down on wall
They
again.
are the same talent tier.
Oh!
Great blast.
Wow. Should have been it should have gone the other way.
I feel like they were coming from too many different directions and they didn't sync up their ultimates well enough. You have more of a wombo kind of team with the red team. And like I was stating earlier, if you don't get all those synced up, this is why I feared that they would lose the draft.
Yeah, no, I see what you're talking about. Absolutely. You can't coordinate it or make it work together. Blue did a good job spreading, I will say that. It still should have probably gone the other way. Just getting out of there is just some.
Blue needs to just take their time, lick their wounds, and get their camps right now, then press a advantage on a lane. Probably top lane would be a good idea here for them to all just stack on if they rotate top. especially since they have the talent advantage.
Alright, both teams rotating opposite, taking knights, going bot. Material's going to try and solo their knights. If anything, blue could peek that. They have plenty of time. I don't think they're going to. Now that they see the caps down there, they might.
This is actually a good rotation by red. They're actually catching blue team.
Take the dragon knight's tower.
Just not just showing presence to scare them off. That's probably the right choice. Let them know, hey, you're not uncontested. Plus, they all fear him. So blue has a gaggle of mobs pushing bot.
It's gonna all be for nothing though. Sylvanas is gonna clean this up so fast. Just wait for one more W from her, and that will just blow up. It is being protected though.
Yep. They're trying to get a pick over here on 3v4, but it ends up
And they do.
splitting
They
up.
catch the Jaina out. They're gonna lose the KP for it, and maybe more. Cookie's getting destroyed by Jacinth right now.
Yep. So Sylvanas doing what she can, but like you said, I mean, they lost that wall and they're taking keep damage right now. So he finally has them down to 2, which is an easy lock. Blue just spreading everywhere, trying to figure out what they can find. Vala finally coming up top. Red team could easily. Yep. Oh, they're gonna get up. They're gonna get up. No, he does pop his ult. They're just not fast enough to be able to just hit it with auto attacks. So they end up actually clearing the 2. This is just extremely poor communication.
Luckily, Slifer is the bottom in time to capture that, keeping his team in the game. Red really trying to take some fights they don't need to take here. I mean, they're having to use a bunch of ultis just to defend their structures.
Yep, Sylvanas does go down. Jaina's going to pick this up. Vala, I don't know why Vala isn't already mid.
She's only got like 150 health, so...
When you pop out of a dragon, are you healed at all? Like if you're low health?
Basic heal over time.
Okay.
You're going to get over time.
Zamros actually hit these knights. Oh. I guess they were trying to... Okay.
I think they already know about the full rotation stop, mostly because they have vision from their minions. So why not take it?
Makes sense. Alright, blue going for the fight pick and...
Oh, and Cookie getting destroyed. Good night. This is what I mean about the dive. Murden's still in their backline, but what good does it do him when his backline is erased? Sanjo going down. Too brave is the wolf. That's what you get for taking all wolf talents, sir. You're a healer.
They're already in a pretty commanding lead. It kind of made sense. Oh! Zamros really wanted... Oh, he does get it! Fucking double tanks and being a mage, man. I don't think I would have picked into mage once I saw them have 2 tanks like that. Hindsight being 20/20.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how great the win rate is on a champ or on a hero rather. If your team comp isn't there to complement each other, then it's not gonna matter at all. And red team's team comp just does not complement itself.
Drop. No, he's not.
Oh, Oh, the chase on Slifer is real to see.
Wow. They
Losing
wanted
out
that.
on possible kills on Protokos and on
Black
Filthy
Arrow
and
gets
on Master
dropped.
Wonton for that.
It's a lot of thirst. A lot of thirst.
This may actually give Red Team enough time to catch up in experience, to get on the same talent tier for once, and be able to fight back, as they still haven't lost a keep yet, and slowly but surely have been evening up structures with the blue team.
Yeah, it's a tough call right now as far as splitting lanes. I mean, their lane's already pushed halfway, so there's nothing that's safe for them to try and soak to catch up here, so they're going to have to cautiously push out here. They're probably thinking the same thing. Hey, can we go down there? Are they already down there? What's the best move here? Pret wants to clear some extra wave. Now they know the cap is bottom.
Yeah, and blue team's doing a really good job of not revealing themselves when other members are able to do things. Like, it only took
Living!
the cap.
That was actually a pretty good Phoenix. Strafe goes out. It's going to take down Trinity.
In there. Getting kind of cocky for this stage of the game, but they do have
A Nubarak is dropped, but we're going to see Sylvanas go down as well. Jasop takes it.
I don't know why he dove in there.
Oh! Pret just barely escapes. Oh, I'm thinking he burned up one of those Phoenix feathers to keep that to stay alive there.
And this is where, when your team comp is good, but you get cocky, it gets bad.
Alright, so blue ends up taking down bottom here. We're going to see a mad rush here on top. Red needs to be a little bit more aggressive. They know they have 3. They know they sent at least one person bottom, which means there's 2 dead. There can only be 1 person here.
Blue team should actually take this time to make the rotation and get their knights, get that lane pressure back in top lane in their favor.
Absolutely.
And then
they're going to have plenty of time to defend.
What was that?
They're going to have plenty of time to defend if they do that. They could get their knights, they could clean up some lanes, and there's no way Red was going to get there in time anyway. So, I mean, they're diddly down. You see...
Yeah, I mean...
Pierce has no idea what he's doing right now. What's my role? What's my role?
I think they were waiting for all 5 for Red, but now they're just going to be stuck in another 5v5 situation. They've already shown that they've lost 2 fights in a row. Just make the rotation bot, capture the keep, and get out. Put some pressure back on Red team.
Just like you said, there they go.
Yep.
Fuck your shrines.
And Red team trying to wait for a sneaky play, but they're going to lose structures for it.
Yep.
They're probably going to try and make the same play, but they won't be in time. See how it goes. Nope, they're hurting back. They're looking for the fight.
Oh yeah, they lost a keep. They can't just leave that unchecked. So it was a good call by blue. If you don't know where they are, make them be where you want them to be.
Yep. Good capture on the Giants. Keep that constant pressure bottom now.
South wants to go ahead and hit this. I don't know if I would have used that to go in. It would have only saved him an extra second, but he would have had escape had they showed up.
I don't think it matters. It's on a 12-second cooldown, I believe. And Red team had already shown mid when they cleared the wave, so he knew where they were.
Nubarak gets blown the fuck up. Somehow manages to live through this. Man, no coordination is what say that. Rhaegar has to pop ult on himself.
If she goes down, Protoko should be their
The
next
cook
focus target.
down. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a Dragon Knight, walk it through bottom. You have a full minute. This is GG.
And Slifer may go down. Oh, he doesn't. He gives up the chase again.
I don't think Jasop wanted to go run into those minions.
Ignore this keep.
I don't know why they did that. It's not gonna matter.
team
35 seconds plus death timers. Yeah. Leifner's just here to pad stats now. Unless he dies.
I was gonna say, what stat is he padding? His fucking deaths.
Man.
Blue
All
team
right.
is victorious.
So as you called in draft here, needed a little bit more coordination here on red for them to be as useful. The dive was strong here on blue. They worked well together. They stayed tight in line, as you said earlier, not revealing themselves. And the KDR here down here at the bottom definitely shows the superior teamwork in that aspect. So congratulations, blue team. We're going to keep blue team on board. We're going to get the other team cycled in. Stan, if you want to go ahead and handle that for me.
Yep, I sure will.
Thank you much. And I will fire up the next lobby.
Okay.
What map do we play? Where haven't we been in a while? We played Tomb. We didn't play Tomb last week. I don't think we played Infernal Shrines either. Maybe we played both of them tonight. Alright, next lobby is up.
Alright, I'm back. It looks like we do have some change-ups with Mastodon's team. Angelix will be taking over for Mayday, and Mistaken Mishaps will be taking over for Vickert. Some people needed to get dinner ready and whatnot, so they decided to be fair and fun with each other and just trade places so everybody could get a little piece of the pie.
Who's replacing who? Angelix and Mayday what?
Mayday is being replaced
Yep.
by Angelix, and Vickert is being replaced by Mistaken Mishaps. Whose in-game name is here we go. I got it.
Right, let's get him in lobby.
I gotta get in lobby first, man. Alright, pull me down, please.
Cookie's team lost, right?
Yes. We should have Sanjo's team on the other team now.
Yeah, you want to tell him?
Yeah. Alright, I called them nerds and told them to join. They should be really quick. Oh, they seem to be down a man. I shall be right back to figure out what's up with that. Oh, nope. There they go.
Okie dokie. Li Ming has been banned. And she goes again. Nope, somebody else. Who the fuck just left? Asian Belmont.
No, it wasn't
Oh.
Asian Belmont. It was
It's the other
Zerum. There you go.
There we go.
All right.
Let's get a ban out of him. What the fuck is C?
Spanish for yes.
Okay. I figured he read the first 3 times, but I don't know. Maybe ADD got him. Okie dokie. Hammer.
And once again, Angelix is banned.
Okay. So let's hit the trap. So looking back at last game here, I think we covered generally the basics. Were there any highlights or anything you saw specifically that were detrimental or even highlights in a good way from last game?
In a good way, Sandra's team had a really good setup where they were just pure dive 100% of the time, and they meshed well with that because once they were all in, their squishies had some sort of escape mechanism, be it level 13 with Jaina, she had her improve ice block, and then the Bala had her E to get away, her vault. So they had escape mechanisms for the backline, but their front line were just on top of red team's backline so quick it didn't matter. For red team, what I would have liked to have seen was some sustained damage rather than just pure burst. And then also I would have liked to have seen them have some peel, because honestly, what we saw was Trinity would just dive in to blue team and he would leave his backline exposed for the dive team, and he wouldn't just stay to peel. As a tank, you don't have to be a frontliner that goes in. You could just stay there and peel for your backline, especially if they're a really bursty backline, because you'll want to take fights where you kite away with a bursty backline. You'll blow everything you have, then you have a period of like 5 to 10 seconds where you have nothing and you have to run away, and then you can turn around and fight again. So we should be seeing something like that.
Yeah. Other than that, Med was a little ambitious, getting out in front and not retreating. Needed to stay kind of behind what team she could stay behind. Cost her a few lives, and when the healer goes down, usually that team fight is pretty much over.
Yeah. Something I'm excited to see here is I think this is the second time for the in-houses we've seen Zul.
First.
He is a great pick. I think he's a great pick in the later stages of the game. While he is a lane bully, I think that if a team does decide to fight against him, a Rhaegar pick, or you were asking about counters for him. Another good counter for him that I couldn't think of earlier, Tassadar.
Oh, the shield, yeah.
Yeah, constantly being able to shield. He doesn't have to rely on auto attacks. And his W can clear those minion waves so fast.
Yep, I saw that, and Rexar is named one of the 2 big counters for him. By 2 big counters, I mean kind of known-ish counters.
Yeah, being out only a week. I mean, this may be another situation kind of like the Butcher, where everybody's like, oh my goodness, he's so overpowered, until people discover that he's not at some point. Like, honestly, I think a good Gazlo could counter him, but that's just me.
Maybe after the rework, we'll see. So double. We have no tank, no healer picked over here on red.
Yeah, we should see those fairly soon. I like red team's composition, especially on this map. The double specialist is really good for that lane pressure, and we'll see how it goes. But I feel like that's going to be a really powerful composition to be pushing different lanes with. Blue team is really going to have to be on point with the rotations. Really good healer and really good tank picks specifically for this map as well. Johanna really able to just clear waves by herself and get those gems, and she could be a bank for them too. Just constantly with a team that rotates back and forth between lanes, collecting gems, letting Johanna hang on to all of them, and then when it's time to turn in, everybody protects the Johanna. Just zone away the other team. On the other
I'd
hand,
like to see the Malfurion over here on blue to round them out.
I think Malfurion is no longer a great healer. I feel like heal over times have lost their effect, specifically because the amount of damage in burst heals now, and the number of heroes that have burst damage.
Well, it would be a mana battery for Jaina. It would be an extra route for when the Stitches pool goes out. Additionally, provides vision too by throwing out the Moonfire. So I thought it would be a pretty good utility on top of the heals that he would be providing. So we'll see what the Tassadar brings him. That's a risky move. I'm always a little... I don't know how to play very well with only Tassadar on my team as my support. So we'll see if this is going to play out in their favor or not.
It's very heavily rotation based. First of all, with Tassadar, you're gonna have to rotate as 4, so they're gonna want to keep probably Thrall in a solo lane or Vala in a solo lane. Maybe even Tassadar in a solo lane, just to try to counter either the Zagara or the Zul. And then the other 4 that aren't in the solo lane need to rotate back and forth between the 2 other lanes, just capturing gems the whole time. That's pretty much what you want to do, and it creates a really safe play environment for the team, because Tassadar really becomes good, I feel like, at level 7, when he could preload those shields onto people, when he gets Kala's Blessing. That's when it really turns up for Tassadar.
Really?
Yeah. That and his wall on this map can be just outright annoying. The ability to zone people out with just... I forget what the cooldown for Force Wall is. It's something like...
It's short.
12 seconds or something? 15 seconds? But yeah, it's really good for zoning out other teams away from your turn-in. Or to just capture somebody who's trying to turn in and the rest of his team is too far away. Just prevent the escape.
Red team going 4-1. They're going to go for the sneaky super pro approach here, probably try and sneak up through top. However, Stitches is there, and a pull can totally change things.
Well, he can't see them. They were still outside of the range of vision for Stitches. Oh, Angelic's giving it away though.
Oh, the Hawk just barely misses the pooch.
I feel like Red Team already messed up a little bit here. You don't want to have your spiders,
That's far
especially
out.
your gems, given up that far away, because now it's really hard to collect those.
Thankfully, they have Johanna who can just walk around the metal detector, so to speak. Minara, I know everyone says she's a late game player, but man, she'll fuck your day up very, very early game too. The first 3 levels.
Yeah. Something I want to point out is a lot of people I've been seeing that play Zul play him kind of as a tank, like because he has that level 1 passive ability that lets him either put up a shield or deal some sort of damage. I believe the other one is Shade. It lets you avoid auto attacks. kind of like a mini version of what Illidan has.
He's a great counter though if you think about it too. Thrall, which is why he came down on bottom. I mean, Thrall's big shit is gonna be able to throw his whirlwind and auto attack you. Great pull there. I know that's a really silly thing to look at when you say only one shot ended up hitting Stitches there, but when Johanna walked away, timed the pull just enough to be able to get Stitches in range for that hit. So just a little awareness thing I wanted to point out there.
And I feel like red team. Yeah, here it is. Here's the rule that proves it. Red team is just making better rotations. They're about to get a double kill if they can manage it. Sanjo may go down here to poison ticks. No, he doesn't.
And instead,
wow,
the kill goes on red, and both live.
Wow. Blue team just managing that situation better. Red team totally had a double kill in the bag and just didn't
right,
get
or
it.
they could have at least just secured the single kill, and they just, unfortunately, they got greedy. They didn't have the focus there, and well, what you saw is what you saw.
Yep.
Hooks abound here, but nothing really sticking here for Zarum. Zaram. Thought there were two O's. My bad. Totally fucking your name up. Hold the fuck up. Pearl Jam's playing on this station. This is a fucking downvote. Scuba is very anti-Pearl Jam.
Well, you don't feel it?
I do not jam to the Pearl. I specifically do not jam to the Eddie Vedder. I mean, I cannot stand him. He's nails on a chalkboard. I'll totally rock out to some Pearl Jam if his voice is not there.
You know what, I like the remake of that 50s song, "Oh Where Can My Baby Be," personally.
Well, yeah, because you can understand most of those lyrics.
True.
Fucking Mumbles McGee over here hasn't sung an actual word in any of his lyrics for the past fucking 30 years. I digress. Moving on.
It's okay. I know you're an angry man.
Music-wise, Pearl Jam will do that to me. And Smashing Pumpkins. Both of them. Oh my god, so bad.
Oh, dude, don't you talk smack about Smashing Pumpkins.
Billy Corgan seriously sounds like somebody is just slowly driving a rusty blade down his balls while he's singing, and that's the pitch that he's at.
Mastodon may go down here with a large number of gems. It's 17 gems that he loses. Luckily, Angelix is there. Will he be able to get away, though?
Oh, he'll get away, but it's still going to cost all that turn-in is going to go to blue here. Oh! Not going to get away is Luna! There's the first hook we see of the day, and what a hook it was!
Luckily, Red has been able to capture every single one of those gems. Unfortunately, Blue may get the first turn-in here because of all these deaths. Experience is still pretty even, Blue just slightly ahead, but I feel like Red Team needs to just drop what they can and try to turn in what they can.
Yep.
You don't want to be losing 25 gems if you could get a free
Thrall's
turn
trying to
bottom.
rotate down here bottom. Zul knows he's there. He's going to be able to get it. No, he doesn't see him!
You have to be facing the direction.
One gem short. Stitches. Follow.
Angelix just waiting for Jacinthe to get out. Angelix should try to turn in now.
Sun could go down. Is he going to get picked? He does get dropped.
And while Angelix turns in here, the rest of his team needs to be zoning, needs to be doing something to prevent.
So they opting to intentionally not turn in at this point because they want Thrall to be up? What just happened? He was 3/4 of the way through turn-in.
I don't know, but Red Team really needs to find a way to take advantage of this situation. I really feel like Angelix...
They're going to get a kill, but... Oh, they're going to get two! There's your advantage!
Maybe.
Nope, I lied. One.
Blue actually does get the turn in too. Stitch is turned in top lane this, while everything else was happening, I believe. I feel like there was a wasted opportunity there for Angelix to turn in. He had several times where he just walked away from the turning point to go back and fight when his team had it under control.
Unnecessary damage going down here on Thrall.
Mastodon gets picked by a hook.
Nope, I did not get the hook. I'm sorry. Hook plays our best plays.
Nah, man. Stitches is stupid. Stupid OP now. Again?
I was just saying again.
He is. He's actually been played a lot in professional scenes lately, which is great to see.
He was his slam build back in the heyday, the alpha days, early beta days.
I know.
Oh, so good.
I know.
There's no reason to play any other tank.
I leveled Stitches to 10 in alpha, and then he's like sitting at maybe 10.5 now.
Yep. He's one of the few I have the master skin for. I did the exact same thing. Got him to 10, loved him. They nerfed him. I don't think he's 11.
A really good mob, but unfortunately it completely negates all the damage set off by the Poison Nova. I really like the mob, but the timing of it was bad.
They could have done a ton of just a little bit more communication there. Maybe it was a panic play.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of blue team was just right on top of them, pushing them back. So
I think the Maw was probably the better play, and Zul could have taken a moment to assess the situation.
Really should start seeing maybe the Zagara and the Zul just tag teaming a lane together.
Oh yeah, hey, let me use my cooldowns and back up. All right, you're in. They could just walk down a lane.
I mean, just the number of self-spawn minions that each one of them can produce, it should be overwhelming.
All right, Red going for a hard push here on top.
Just see
Pierce on the real far outside,
the
trying to get some damage here, but ends up taking big damage itself.
Really close game. I'm really enjoying the way this one's turning out so far.
Absolutely. Only 4-3. Very careful on deaths thus far, considering we're almost at the 10-minute marker.
Unfortunately, right here, red team might... Oh, no. Didn't have quite the spearhead from Stitches and Thrall that I thought they would be.
Alright, Stitches does eat, but gets taken down by the Bone Shield, or slowed down by the Bone Shield. Going after Lunar. Lunar is not going to fall down. You see Johanna just getting in there and keeping the big damage going on. They're going to take down Thrall, but it's also going to cost Johanna her life. There's the Poison Nova we're looking for.
And a great timing on that.
Rhaegar ult was so good.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's a 100-second cooldown that he's glad he used.
Yeah, that's always been the really hard part about Rhaegar, for me anyway, is that, oh my god, this thing is so long, do I actually want to... The cooldowns... Is it 100 or 90 seconds? I don't know what they've changed it to.
It's 100 seconds now.
You're like, do I use it? And then it's like, oh, I tried to use it, but I hesitated, and what I wanted to do doesn't happen, and now it's useless, and you can't take back those missed opportunities.
Yep. Blue does have enough to turn in here, and red team really needs to... Oh, there they are.
Oh, are we going to see Poison Nova? Nope.
No, I don't think it's off the cooldown yet. It's still got another 30 seconds.
Got 30 seconds left.
But Hollywood Boy in big trouble, and that's a lot of gems lost.
Yep, it's going to cost...
And Forensic diving in to get those lost 21 more in the process. They went from having 70 gems to having 39.
Alright. Blue gets their turn. They're going to play bottom lanes. They're going to have a couple of guys come up. Oh no, they are pretty much full health, full health half man anyway.
Blue trying to do what they can to clear the creep. Great idea.
It's going to be their turn to shove bottom here. They're not even worried about XP at this point. They just want pressure.
Well, if Angelix could push this top lane, he may be able to get a fort for a fort.
Oh yeah, he's doing huge damage here to the spider. It's already down.
I mean, if I were red team, I would completely avoid this fight, push top fort, and then go back and defend my keep. I mean, there's no reason to fight here.
Missed hook. What is that? So they end up kicking up a fort for this.
They do now have enough gems for turn-in, though, so they should be looking for that.
They're going
They
to
have
clearly pick up
ample
their
opportunity
knights.
to
Looks
turn
like
in bottom right now.
blue might do the same thing here. Jaina's going to go back for the manners.
Now, blue only has 29 gems, 30 gems at the moment, so they're about halfway to their goal. They're probably just going to be goaltending right now. You know, have one person kind of hover around each of the turn-ins.
Right, vision is revealed. This is a really great use there by Sanjo and Tassadar. Oh, he's going to drop the wall. Did he miss the wall?
No, he actually well. Just, another, by the way, another mistiming or miscommunication between the Zagara and the.
So yeah, I think he tried to do it right at the end there and still hit it. Maybe he thought there was a little bit more of a cooldown when they hit it, but I mean, 4 go down here on red team and they lose pretty much all of their gems. Trying to
Hollywood
escape.
Boy, Asian Belmont was able to collect some of them back, but not even half.
What are you doing? Prance, pony, prance!
I think
Oh!
he was baiting out the wolves from Thrall, and he finally did it. Never run away from Thrall in a straight line.
Yeah, there was no straight lines involved there. I was looking at Blue Knights here, assuming they were going to come pick him up.
Asian Belmont really, I mean, yeah, Asian Belmont.
From
really
one orc
needs
shaman to another, get the fuck off that point.
That's a lot of damage and an unnecessary ultimate for Matchdown.
Hey, but they do end up taking out the Vala. It's going to cost them Rhaegar. Nope. Yes. Nope. Zool. Bye. Poison Nova. Is it going to cost them Jaina? Is Jaina going to go down? Nope. It's going to get the shield, but it's going to force him off. But 4 go down for red.
4 for 1 wipe is never. 5 for 1 maybe. Yep, 5 for 1. Not worth Siege Giants.
Yeah, they don't even care. 30 seconds. They say, fuck it, we're pushing.
Yeah, I would. Free keep. Yep.
I don't know about free keep. They're going to get the wall and get some damage in.
If nothing else, it'll get them closer to 20 by a lot. I think they may actually be able to get a keep out of this.
Nope. Balls!
They didn't try hard enough.
I guess.
They should be able to get one now that they're turning in all their gems.
Still need a few more. What are you doing, Purist? Little sketch there, trying to figure out what's happening there.
The people that were supposed to be turning in were actually just doing knights. Red making a bold move here. They could possibly.
I think they were checking. They saw Cap. They were seeing if they were up there on boss, and once they saw they took knights, they backed off of it. So Buddha's get their turn in. They're gonna opt for a mid push here.
If Red got together, they could actually fight this out.
Really poor Ring of Frost goes down. Shield wall, or force field wall goes out. Does nothing.
It actually prevented
Zool
the red team
gets eaten up.
Red team getting to fight.
Not gonna do him any good though. Not a bad poison over there. But Joe goes down. Lunara, Zool, and they're going for more. They're not done. They're done. They don't want to be done. So it's keep time.
Yep.
Actually, top should be able to clearly take a fort too, so.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be hitting level 20 really fast. If they play their cards right, they may even be able to turn this entire push into a core. They're up 3 levels currently. If they hit 20 here, I would go straight for core regardless.
Throw! Oh my god, bro.
It's Thrall, man. He gives no fucks.
Fuck that wall in particular. Yep, and there it is. This is going to be 20 right here for him.
Yep, and they are ready to go for the boss.
Just to take away.
Yeah, and
Red making the mad dash for the cash. Are they organized? Three levels down. Oh, Ring of Frost hits 4 of them. Oh!
Oh my goodness. The wombo potential.
They don't care. Poison? Nope. Maw goes out. They still lose 3. And at this point, fuck everything, guys. Just go. Just go. There's a keep waiting for you. You don't need boss.
You don't need it, but you can take it anyway.
Yes. That's true.
And it looks like Team Sanjo is just going to be tonight's champion. Clearly outdoing every other team that they've come across.
And they're doing a great job coordinating so far. Game at 10 minutes, almost deadlocked even. They did a great job making a win, basically a team fight, just rolling from there.
I think the level 10 talents really did them justice.
Yep.
And like I said, I thought Red Team had the better lane presence team, but I also thought Blue Team had the better rotational team, and Blue Team did what they needed to do and out-rotated Red really, really well. And just 1v2ing a Johanna and a Lunara.
Oh, you're done to some. Oh shit! I walked in the circle. Oh shit! I
compliment the guy and then he goes and does that.
And that will be GG.
And I love the ragdoll effects on Tassadar's body, because Sanjo deserved to die.
Victorious.
Alright, so we will do a runner-up game here. Looks like between Mastodon and Sleipner's team, is that right?
Yep.
Right on, right on. You want to get that started and I'll fire up a lobby?
I will.
So as we said earlier, man, things were pretty dead even here at almost the 10-minute mark. 43 deaths, almost totally right there on the money there with XP, and then one team fight happened, ults happened, and Blue never stopped running with it once they took the lead. So congratulations to them. They did win Game 1 and Game 2, so we'll declare them tonight's official victors in our round robin. We'll have a little bit of a follow-up game here between the I don't want to call them losers, but they are pretty much losers, so we'll just call them losers. The losers of the first 2 games. So I'll fire up a lobby and we'll hit, where do we want to go? Probably, where did I say I wanted to go? I think I said Shrine. Let's go to Shrines. All right. Lobby up.
All right, everybody's properly notified. Everybody's back from being AFK and all that stuff.
Right on, right on. Let me get the team set up here.
I just want to throw a quick shout out to Angelix and You Gotta Be Kidding Me. Both have been sending me messages throughout the games reminding me of the names of abilities and reminding me of the cooldowns or the functions of abilities throughout the cast. Just helping me with the cast in general, so thanks guys. In the meantime, I'm
Is this
gonna
right here.
um I believe, let's see here. Remove Unknown Man and replace him with Vickert. Or swap those two, Unknown Man and Vickert.
Did they change again?
Well, I think Unknown Man came in before Vickert, and Vickert gave up his place while he made dinner, and then, yeah. Vic came back, and Unknown Man was like, let's just have everybody play.
Roger Dodger.
Cool beans.
Okay. Let's see. Ooh, whatever.
I'm gonna step away for just a couple minutes.
That's right. I'll just talk to myself.
Yeah, I just need a drink and to do some other basic necessary functions.
Shouldn't be any more necessary functions than just straight up drinking. Alright, Zagara and Hammer are banned very quickly. Just like that, we see it happen. So we'll go ahead and kick this off. This is a game that'll have, this is a map that has one of the swingiest aspects ever. Really hard to slow down once you get a team in proper rotation. It's like a hot butter through knife once you. I mean, maybe not necessarily after the first shrine win, but the second one, if you're being smart with your XP, you don't even necessarily have to win big team fights, but rotating and timing your minion camps, as well as, like I said, even probably just the second-ish, maybe third at max shrine victory. And this is a very tough game to come back from unless you manage to engage and win a pretty late game or off-chance team fight. So I anticipate seeing some AoE heroes.
This realm
It is time.
Zool is another good pick. I mean, Angelic's played him well last game, so this is probably pretty good for him too. He might go with the different, the other alts, though, for zoning, making them really choose between taking damage or backing off, allowing shrines to be captured, even defending a fucking eternal fucking guy thing. Shrine bro. That's what I'm gonna call him. He's a shrine bro.
I stand. Ready for adventure!
Okay. Interesting. I guess it's not that interesting. That's a pretty good tank pickup.
All right, I'm back, and it looks like we're seeing some comfort picks by Cookie. Red team is looking pretty strong. Blue team doesn't really have anything to stop the ETC ulti, so that's an interesting counterplay. And Sleipner's taking his tried and true Asmodan on this map. We should just see him solo laning most of the game.
My blades are yours.
I really like this red team.
Yeah, red team's comp is monstrous.
Sleipner probably at the end there maybe just shat himself going, oh fuck, I forgot Sonya. At least that's what I would be doing, knowing that. I mean, he was perfectly fine to be Azmodan in his own lane, doing his thing for the first 4 picks. I think Sonya was a great option to counter and not allow him to perform that. You know what? I'm trying to think about this. How is Zool going to stay against Azmodan just lane for lane? I hadn't really thought about that.
I think he should be able to hold his own early. Late game, it's going to be a really big problem. Also, let's see here. Yeah, I think blue team is going to have a better late game comp. The Lily will blind out the Sonya, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue. But actually, I'm not sure if Zool's W, his strikes are affected by the Lily blind. I think they may actually be affected. We shall see.
Sandra's calling me out on my noobish green screening, so I'm going to fix what he just said here. My turn to step back while this loads.
Okay. In the meantime, I'll talk about things. First of all, I'm going to be using the common terminology for the Punishers, which is a John Cena. So everybody get your horns ready to go da 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 every time one spawns. Yes, Curse Strikes is a basic attack, so it will be affected by the blind. Thank you. And the lanes look... I mean, like I said before, we're just going to be seeing Sleipnir play pretty passive until late game. Once he gets those Q stacks up, he's going to be deadly with them. Probably looking to blow up the Li Ming.
Okay, I am back.
Welcome back. We're seeing some pretty passive play in the early game stage, so
We'll see what super professional opinions people have on my lighting and such.
I think you're a nerd, so that's my professional opinion.
Alright, so lane-wise, I like the choice of keeping Sonya and Rhaegar down here bottom. It's exactly what Osmodon is going to have to... as far as, a counter goes, keeping him back behind his wall and not allowing him just free range here.
Yeah, personally, I think I would have preferred to have the Lily with either the Azmodan or have the Azmodan in a solo lane situation, probably top against Angelics, just because you get more utility out of having the Lily against the Sonya.
Alright, so first shrine goes up, it is mid-shrine.
And it is a Mortar Punisher to start out the game.
Osmodon for the first time saying, alright, finally some freedom to do what I want.
And very slow rotation by blue team here. I feel like they're really losing out on this 4v5 situation because of the Azmodan situation. They really need to pick their battles a little bit more carefully.
Somebody's doing a great job actually zoning most of them out here, and Rhaegar picking his healing times quite well.
Oh! Very nice Li Ming W there.
And that's the hard part about Li is, you know, that cup really could have gone towards ETC, or sorry, could have gone towards Johanna, and didn't, simply because of how her kit works.
Well, I think the Johanna was also out of heal range. Matsu Wonton was kind of caught away from his team there, knocked back in by the ETC, and didn't use his passive properly.
So Mortar Punisher, probably my favorite Punisher for the first Punisher, just simply because of how he pushes and where he's going to target his mortars over. I mean, Arcane's cool because I guess it stays around longer, but the mortars happen more frequently than Arcane gets dropped, and thus can provide just a little bit more burst on the first part, on the first Punisher. So timing-wise, health-wise, I like Mortar Punisher. Maybe that's too analytical to really even matter. Opinion.
Yeah, I just want to point out, though, that look at the experience. The whole time that was happening, Azmodan was left alone in bottom lane, and he did the same amount of damage, structural damage, as
and he built his stats.
Red team. Yep.
Jealous.
He'll probably be back pretty quick. I don't know if this was on purpose or not, but blue team has a pretty good combo with the double blind to go against
Angelic's
the
dropped
Sonya
entirely.
and what was
He
that?
lost full connection. He's out of TeamSpeak and everything.
Oh, hopefully somebody's taking care of that. It looks like they've still got it under control as Vickert has Angelic's on the AI.
Yeah, for now, hopefully he's able to make back speedy enough and not cost too much of a disruption. Blue team first on the rotate, no surprise again because they don't have a bot.
The bot hasn't chosen a talent yet, so could be a good thing.
Sonya goes in for the dive, trying to make some push. Johanna's there though and says, no, not really going to push me off of this. Big damage gets pushed out there by Asmodan. Hits almost all of them. And Hollywood Boy doesn't have anywhere to go. What's he going to do? Do I go back?
Back, by the way.
Yes, so he is.
Red team kind of just running around like they've got no idea what they're doing right now. They need to be hitting fountains or going back. Vickert's low on health, low on mana, and I mean other members of his team went full back and he neglected to do any of that.
Frozen Punisher, are they going to catch Zool? Yep, they do catch Zool, so Zool's going to get dropped here.
And this is one thing that I completely forgot about is that Red Team has very little in the way of wave clear. All they have is the Li Ming, and they're getting punished for that lack of wave clear now.
They have Zool,
who is a melee character.
You said very little for wave clear. Is wave clear considered? You're not allowed to be a wave clear as a melee?
Generally, no. Not if there's a whole team pushing against you.
I don't know if I count that as wave. I always counted waves as waves of minions. Have I been doing it wrong all this time?
When I think of wave clear, I think of not just, you know, being able to burst down minion waves, but also to be able to push back objectives
I think you're wrong
away
right.
from your base.
Yep. I have no idea.
Red team making rotations to get camps though, trying to maximize everything that they can.
Asmodan has rotated top off of bottom. Probably smarter for the best, knowing that, Vala has vision down there. He can see who's there, so he's just going to stay up here and build his stacks up.
And there is literally nobody soaking top right now. Blue currently has soak in all lanes except for the Vala, who may die here in a second. Oh, he gets out. Good for him.
Yep, but can't really do anything against us as long as Sonya's standing there.
Doesn't really matter if Asmodan's getting free clear top lane.
How many strikes can you get when you pop Sinister? Is it 4?
It's actually after your very first attack with it, you have a specific amount of time to attack. So.
Right, timing wise, you can get 4.
Generally,
right?
4. Oh, and the dunk plus the combo afterwards kills Angelic's. But yeah, you usually get 4. If there's some sort of, you know, attack speed boost that you do get from like maybe an ETC or a Rainer or something like that, you can maybe get 5.
Okay. Alright, sorry, lost in math world here, kind of just quietly staring at my screen. Coming back in, this is going to be 5v5. Dive goes out, we're going to see ults get dropped, ETC gets nobody. but ends up getting big damage done to him by the Jaina, followed up by the Vala Rain of Vengeance here. So they're going to try and finish off Sonya here, but not before they pick off Jaina themselves. ETC with a great peel, saving Sonya. Is it going to be enough? I don't think so. I think
All Shall Burn kills her, and it does.
Man, that's a Shrine's still activated. Blue team wants to finish this off. They need 10 more, but make that 8. Miles Badunk. And they are going to bully them out of here, and this is going to be Blues.
Yep. And this is an Arcane Bruiser. I mean, sorry, not Arcane Bruiser. Arcane John Cena. They are not as strong as they used to be. They were nerfed quite a bit. They used to be considered just the ultimate evil on this map, but they're not as strong as they used to be.
Oh man, Arcane used to, when this was out, like, the week it came out of PTR, Arcane basically meant you lost.
I think they just patched that to fix that not too long ago, maybe 2 patches.
Well, they all took a little bit. Every Punisher took nerfs not too long after Shrines was introduced. Miles Badon, farming, farming, farming. Bang! Oh, Sonya pops up, goes in. Might be going a little too hard though. Kind of a waste at all.
When you are, well, if she maintains her fury, then she should be just fine. Which she is doing just fine right now. I believe it's, what is it? 5 fury for every second, or 10 fury for every second that you maintain that ulti.
And so I'm gonna watch Zool try and do this camp solo and show me how it's done, because I clearly don't know how to. Oh, never mind. I mean, he's just gonna help Blue a little bit. Oh, Frost goes out! Is he gonna get it? He's gonna get it! Oh no! Great stop there by Mastodon, keeping 3 of them locked up, but it's not gonna be enough. That Ring of Frost was it.
.4v5 situation again. We should see Blue make a rotation top to get their Shaman camp here in just a second. Because the Shrine is bottom, they really should get that Shaman camp before they go in and mess with the Shrine.
Timing wise, they aren't thinking about it. Or are they? Siphoner is.
It's going to be really late if they try.
Yes, no, no.
No,
yes.
It looks like they're getting fountains.
Alright, they're not doing it. Pussies.
Yeah. And let me see if I can figure out how many stacks the Asmodan has. He currently has 67 stacks, which is nope, that is not 67 stacks. That is, he's up to 118 bonus damage. So he's starting to hit pretty hard.
So they are also talent tiers / 2 levels up, not for long. Red team just needs to be able to clear, like, basically a singular minion wave.
Which they're avoiding by not clearing the one bottom. That's 16.
Big damage gets dropped here on red team. They're actually basically just going to have to abort whatever attack they wanted to do in the first place. Sonya here trying to go in. Not going to be enough. ETC does pick up 2 of them. Poison Nova goes out. Oh my goodness.
Not enough damage to deal with the
nope.
deal with the Lily Hills of all things. And the Azure dealing tons of damage already. So many people were stacked all the time. I think he probably feels like this is Candyland.
He's Mr. Licorice.
I guess.
Goddamn
I don't know. I've
licorice.
never played Candyland.
That explains a lot, actually.
It does. And we don't call these Punishers anymore, man. They're John Cena's.
I never bought into that bullshit. I'm sorry. It's one circle jerk. Just I wasn't into.
Dude, you gotta get on the Reddit circle jerks. Plus, it's fun to go da 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 da.
I'll take your word for it. I'll let you have that one.
Better.
I think I missed something. I'm pretty sure that the color of the shrine was blue when the portal opened, but there was clearly a more.
No, I'll show you on the next shrine how you can really tell. There's like a little crystal on top.
Yeah.
That will...
The color of a dictate thing. I swore it was blue. Maybe I just didn't pay attention.
Maybe.
Alright, so totally whiffed Ring of Frost here by Jaina, but they end up picking up Li Ming anyway, so no worries on that. Health mana-wise, blue team has no reason not to keep pushing right here. They have the minion waves.
They also have the manpower, and they're about to hit 20. They should hit it as soon as this tower complex goes down. Yep. Oh, I was off by just a little bit apparently.
Rotating for the top. Yes. Some. There you go.
If I were them, I would just cut my losses, get out, and take my shaman camp here. Master Wonton using his blind in the wrong direction, his shield glare. ETC trying to keep it, trying to start something, but when you're down a talent tier, specifically level 20, which is your storm talents, you really don't want to take those fights. There's just so many things that can go wrong, unless Master Wonton, who's out of position, somehow gets picked, but I don't see it happening.
Alright, so top shrine.
The top shrine shall be, we'll know here in about 15 seconds.
Yep.
Meanwhile, bottom lane we have a interesting fight between Angelix and this life here, and Angelix gets the worst board. He just stands in the burn. Interesting.
Yep, he was testing his metal, and his metal was left wanting.
And this is going to be a frost.
Yep. This is what I thought I saw last time. Maybe I just didn't see it right.
I blame you.
Oh, Jaina, that ain't gonna save you, girl. Nice cartwheel though, off the map, through the rocks.
Yeah, man, the ragdoll graphics get me every time. So, what do you think the likelihood we'll see a Overwatch themed map coming up will be? We haven't seen a new map in a while now, so.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I don't think it's that likely. A few things. One, they were already contemplating whether or not they had too many maps in Heroes of the Storm. They were happy to pull Haunted Mines out, and we don't even know if we're ever going to see it again in rotation.
They're planning on doing a fix for it just because the way the map itself works, but they haven't created a timeline. As far as I know, they haven't actually set out to do any real work on it just because they have so many other things that they're working on now. But
so I can't really see much from Overwatch making its way over into HotS just yet. Map-wise, being an FPS, it being pretty linear, push a payload down a corridor type scenario, or King of the Hill. It doesn't really lend itself to an open world like this. Maybe in the future when we see like some arena stuff come out that we're talking about later in the year, where we can have that King of the Hill-esque style play, yeah, we might actually see some of that stuff. There'd be some really great options. I think there's some, yeah, I could see it then, but for now, let's just say I don't know how they would do it. We're going to pretty much be stuck
Fair
with
enough.
heroes, I think.
And I do know that a lot of people really want to see some StarCraft maps. For instance, I really am waiting for something that says more Vespene gas required.
You must construct additional pylons. Yeah,
That
I could
sounds
see
like
doing.
something that would.
I could totally see doing that, having to use minerals and Vespene gas in order to complete some sort of objective. That would be really fun.
Yep. Blue getting a little cocky here. They are on the same talent tier again. Master Wonton kind of overstaying his welcome. Blue team is showing up, but unfortunately for Red team, Zul is way out of the fight. Top lane by himself instead of with the team at this phase of the game. It's a no-no.
Ah, does it get the... Nope. Yep. Nope.
Nope.
Extra little push there.
Oh. But the rundown.
Yep. Little to no coordination over here happening on Red team, it looks like. Not having an answer thus far. I don't know if they've just exhausted their options and are kind of scratching their heads, or if that was just a lapse. We'll see what happens.
Well, for one, like I said before, they let the game go too long. They had the early game advantage and they squandered it, I feel like. They lost an early game fight that they shouldn't have lost in the first place. And they had the advantage before level 10, but they squandered it, so the late game potential from Blue Team was just too much.
Yep. PTC does pick up 3, gets stunned out of it immediately. Good job by Pret being aware. And that's some roast beef.
Oh my! Forensic taking half his health and damage. And that's game.
GG's, and loot rains from the skies.
Blue team is victorious.
Apparently Master Wonton has revealed his fetish. Apparently indestructible boys is a thing people are into.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's 2016, it's not much to judge anymore.
He did have a death, him and Trinity. Trinity being a Jaina, I could see. Johanna having a death. You scrubbed it up, Wonton. You scrubbed it up.
Yep. And you look at XP contribution, and Asmodon carried them kicking and screaming to victory. And again, like you said, it was because they let the game go on as long as it did. So, congratulations to... what team is this? Yeah, Team Sleipner on the follow-up victory here. So that will conclude our games. That's 3 games we cast. So we'll do this again next Tuesday night, guys. Always do it on Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Central Time. Sorry, Eastern Time. I'm on Central Time. We'll do at least 3 games again, and see. Try and fit in as many people as we can. If we have enough for 2 teams, 3, 4, 5, we'll find a way to get these guys playing. So hope to see more of you there, and those of you that tuned in, thank you very much. I'm going to kill it there, though. Night, guys.